This is Three Beards Media. Real talk. No filters, no scripts. From sports to culture, we say what others won't. Turn it up. Lock in. Because it all starts right now. Live from the AKC Andrew Downs Studios and powered by Revelton Distilling Company.
Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books, kicking ass and banging chicks and drinking booze.
No, not
and
me.
smoking weed.
I'm married.
Yeah, well,
I'm married.
Jake,
Can't do that.
Yeah. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.
Up, everybody.
Hey,
We made it. It's Thursday again.
Uh-oh.
A new episode.
Microphone.
What?
It's just being all wacky. Being all wacky,
We
doodle
made some
it.
changes. If you're
Mhm.
watching this live or you're watching on YouTube, to the set,
Uh-huh.
we did some changes. So,
Well, look, we're serious about this shit. I'm wearing this fucking microphone is gonna
Dude,
piss me off.
it's
I'm wearing
literally
a
the same
Captain
mic
America
for
shirt,
months.
cape, and we got a Batman.
Don't sue us.
What?
They could see that image and sue us.
Oh, you.
You know how AI is.
Fuck AI. I wrote that with AI.
ChatGPT wrote this. That's weird.
ChatGPT. How the fuck do I become a decent member of human society? Stop asking me questions. It's first big start.
I'm just saying, I don't understand how anybody could sit and watch Terminator and be like, that's what I want. Because that's what's going to happen.
I fucking know. How many of these guys want the AI
James
to be
Cameron.
want the AI to be autonomous? That
Yeah.
is such a bad fucking idea. Such a bad idea.
But you know what? When you put in a prompt,
Mhm.
Sam Altman is.
So I'm coming day and night. I mean, it's terrific,
So
right?
think about that. You want that man to be like.
So I'm coming day and night. I mean, it's terrific,
It's your
right?
choice.
Yeah.
choice.
Meanwhile, we're all being told, do the Jesse and Running
Oh.
Man.
Are you ready for pain? Are you ready for suffering?
And that's what they're really telling us. Are you ready for pain?
You
Are
got to be a
ready for
patriot.
suffering?
You got to be a patriot. Fuck you, Michelle
Eat
LaFoya.
my
LaFoya? That's your name?
patriot shit.
Or I don't know, maybe you don't engage in pointless wars to hide up the fact that you were friends with a pedophile. Anyway,
Yeah. What?
we got
Is this a political shit?
so Lantern, you and I are very excited because this coming. Why are you clapping? They can't hear you. Unless the showrunners hear this, then you can clap. I'm just kidding. It just
No, it's fine. I like it when you instead of moving past the moment where you just embarrass me,
it completely. I know it
sit
distracted
on it
me. It
and
just,
like let's
okay. You distracted me. So I was mad about it. No, because I do the same thing. I
loud
do the same.
noises.
I truly can't give you shit for that because I do the same thing.
No, it's fine. We are excited about lanterns.
Yes. Sorry, it just caught me off guard. I can't help it. Yeah, all right. So, in honor of that, we're gonna revisit the Ryan Reynolds movie from 2011. And it might surprise you where we end up on that. And then we're also
very surprised.
we're also gonna talk about the X-Men 97 season 2 finale. Again, I think it might be an interesting take between the two of us. But we'll see. Before we get to that, let's do the classic because we haven't done it. Like when we done interviews, we hadn't done it, so it's due. It's a long box.
We did one last week.
No, we
Or
didn't.
was it 2 weeks?
We did the interview,
Okay, but we did
which is
do it
up on the feeds. You should listen to it. It's a good one.
at Ink and Gamer on
Yeah.
all the socials.
Go read-
Brady Tegler,
Yeah.
Plasman.
Plasman. That's on
Webtoons.
Webtoons. Free. Go read it. Anyway, we'll do long box this week. So the missus and I finally bit the bullet and got Apple TV. Mostly because the new season of Ted Lasso just came out. We wanted to watch that.
I thought it was done.
I need to catch up. It was, and then I saw how much Jason Sudeikis has to pay Olivia Wilde, and he's like, "Let's keep making these Ted Lasso shows." It's a lot, dude.
Didn't she cheat on him?
I don't know what happened in that situation. It's not my business, but it's almost like,
$1 million, bitch.
wow, it's so violent at the end.
Good old.
Anyway, all that to say, so we got this Apple Plus subscription. It's like a month free subscription, which I'm sure
Yeah,
we'll
you
forget
think
about.
it's free. They have your information.
We'll forget about it. And they'll be like, "Well, come back. We'll do a 3-month low price of 69 cents."
69.
So I'm not going to talk about Ted Lasso. That's probably
Thank you,
next
the fucking
long
Lord.
box.
Jesus.
It's a good show. Eat my butt.
I
So eat my butt.
I'll eat your ass.
lovely.
Present it. I need to get that drop. Present them.
Yeah, you do.
We watched this. We started to watch this show called Widow's Bay, which
Mhm.
was actually recommended to us by some friends.
Mhm.
It's very well written in
Mhm.
a sense that it's not like slapstick gore like Evil Dead, but it is a horror comedy. But it's more of an emphasis on character and comedy than it is horror. Like there's some scary elements to it,
Yeah.
and some fun jump scares and stuff like that. But
Sure.
the way that it's written, it's very witty, and it's very much a comedy first. And I've watched 3 episodes now. I think there's 10. Like all of them are already out.
Wow.
So I've been catching up on that. And again, Matthew Rhys is the star of that. He was the guy from that Mr. Rogers movie.
Yeah, he's good.
He's
been-
solid. It's his vehicle, and he does carry the show extremely well. He's very funny. I think you would like it because you and I have an affinity for characters in comedies that are just fucking annoyed with the incompetence around them.
Why do you think I love Newhart? That's
That's
the
why I think-
entire show.
That's why I think
Dick is the straight guy.
you would love
Everybody
the
else
show.
is crazy.
You would love the show because a lot of it is Matthew Rhys being fucking annoyed with these townspeople. Because the whole premise is he's the mayor of a harbor town, who it's very small community of people, but it relies on tourists and stuff. And so he's like there's this whole dock expansion that's going to bring more tourists, and he's got this like travel New York Times writer coming in to get a good review, to get more people coming in.
Yep.
And it's just funny to see how annoyed he is with the people that he like his like city council people that he works with. I want to give him praise, but like the cast in general is great. Stephen Root is in it.
Mhm.
He's very good. He's kind of like the town crazy person until crazy shit happens to Matthew Rhys's character, and then he's like, "I need your help."
Yeah.
And I think Stephen Root's kind of underrated. He does great comedy, but I think like with like Barry and this one he's chewing the scenery, but not over like super overacting. He's just the right amount of town crazy person that this show needs. I'm enjoying it. I have no idea where it's going.
What's it called?
Widow's Bay. And if you have Apple TV, I would recommend it. But yeah, I'm enjoying it.
That's
And
good.
I like watching shows that kind of, because I like horror, but I really like horror comedy, mostly because I can actually watch that with my wife, because it's not as scary as a regular horror stuff or like show or movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, the dialogue is what surprised me. I expected the scares and stuff. And it's probably not even that scary to a lot of people, but it's still to me seems like it's presented as comedy first, and then there's some spooky shit that happens. And that's probably why I like, because again, dialogue is probably the best thing about the show. So yeah, what's yours? What?
Sorry.
Would
I actually got my library card renewed, and so first place I went to is the graphic novels, because that's where you can find all the comic books and stuff. And I found this miniseries back in it looks like 2018, called Avengers West Coast, or West Coast Avengers Volume 1 Best Coast. Now Kelly Thompson wrote it. Danielle Di Nicolo and Stefano Caselli are the artists. But it follows Kate Bishop, who's trying to make a new Avengers West Coast team, and she's got Kid Omega, Quentin Quire, Gwenpool, her boyfriend, who's a guy who can turn into any sort of, whatever mimicry. Like he has vibranium earrings so that he can turn into vibranium at any time, type stuff.
like Absorbing Man, kind of.
Yeah, a little bit. And then the regular Hawkeye's in it. Who else is in it?
So she must be a really Kelly Thompson deserves credit then, because I do
America Chavez.
I do not like Gwenpool.
And Gwenpool. So it's interesting because Gwenpool in her series has been able to manipulate, the comic books that she's in, but in this book she can't. So there's a really funny part. It's very much like Deadpool 2, where they go through like there's a Wolverine who's a guy with this hairstyle, right? And then he's got steak knives. There's another guy named Dutch Oven, and they're like, dude. And he's like, come on. He's just wrapped in a blanket. But apparently Gwenpool cannot like manipulate like she used to. So they're not sure if she has powers. And her and Quentin Quire hook up because they hate each other, but they also secretly love each other. This is also where Jeff the Land Shark comes from. Because at one point, Gwenpool adopts a cat after a fight and calls him Jeff. And then there's a running gag. Well, first, the villain is named Brodock.
Nice.
And he's this
Oh,
surfer.
are you sure it's not mechanized organism designed only for killing?
It is Brodock, but he's like a surfer dude, and he's shirtless, but his head's too big, and he's got like this flowing blood. It's really, really funny, right? And they finally discover it's him, and Tigra is like a kaiju, and they fight like all these like 60s style, like, monster type monsters, like giant land sharks is one of them. And then Kid Omega, when she signs him on, she does because he's got access to these guys who are reality television producers. And so they're willing to pay to fund the team if they only let them film. So there's every so often there's, the tutorial or the interview, the secret interview, little panels and stuff. And at one point, Gwenpool loads up Quentin Quire's room with wet towels. And he's like, what the fuck did you do that for? And she's like, I thought that's why you liked him. Isn't that why you leave him all over the bathroom all the time like that? And they show him in the testimonial, and he's like, do we not have a maid? And it's just like, it's really funny. It's not really, you're not going to read this and be like, I know who the secret origin of Apocalypse's daughter, like you're not going to get any of that shit. It's a fun comic book that is just silly. And hey, here's some really great characters that we can play off of each other and make a really entertaining comic book. And I know from reading Absolute Wonder Woman as long as I have that Kelly Thompson is, until I read something by her that sucks, like Al Ewing, we know can get to a point where he smells his own farts. We know that, right? Jerry.
Yeah.
That was a little De Niro.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I've seen Spider-Man Brand New Day twice. I'm about to see it a third time. And I'm feeling more and more confident with my John Bernthal Punisher voice.
You went a little De Niro there. We talked about this.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right, Red. And I'm calling you that because you got a red-headed beard.
In conclusion,
What?
I highly recommend the book.
Castle.
When I was a kid, West Coast Avengers was a thing, and it was Hawkeye and Tiger and Iron Man and Wonder Man and Mockingbird, and that was the team. And they went through this like 20-issue epic where they go back in time and like they get stuck. It's pretty crazy. But I believe Steve Englehart and Al Milgrom were the first creators, and then John Byrne took it over for the Vision Quest stuff, and then eventually became Force Works, which was just terrible 90s comic book nonsense. They gave a U.S. agent a cowl without a face, so like his face was exposed instead of the other way.
It makes it worse. It's a bigger target.
It was terrible. War Machine was like, "I'm the leader now." It was like, "Oh God."
Wait, say that
You guys
again.
drink a lot of.
What did War Machine say?
What?
What did War Machine say?
I'm the leader now.
And then he closed the comic book.
Every time we play that, we get like 8 more listeners. It's crazy.
What do you think of Palestine, Jerry?
You guys like Seinfeld?
This sitcom was promised.
What's the
3,000 years
deal?
ago.
You think a lot of people in Palestine can afford a garage for all their Porsches downtown Manhattan, Jerry?
Do you? Hey, why don't we take a break? Take a
Oh, is it time for a break?
Well,
Yeah.
I figure we're going to be talking about X-Men next, so we might as well take a quick.
We're going to take a short break. So.
Wait, no.
Stick around.
In the heart of Des Moines, one name stands above the rest. Step inside, where tradition still matters. Warm, familiar, unmistakably Iowa, where every guest is welcomed like family. Service that's personal and never rushed. Fresh starts made daily. Iowa beef, hand-seasoned. Guided by fire, built on flavor. Served with pride. A bar as bold as the menu. Featuring the old-fashioned we're known for. A place that stays with you long after the night ends. Iowa Beef Steakhouse, 1201 East Euclid Avenue, Des Moines. Steak done right. Not every animal gets a fair shot, but that's exactly what Animal Lifeline of Iowa is here to change. Since 1986, they've been stepping in for the ones who need it most. Injured, abused, orphaned, and special needs cats and dogs across Iowa. This isn't just a shelter, it's a lifeline. As Central Iowa's only no-kill shelter dedicated to special needs animals, they provide life-saving care, rehabilitation, and the opportunity for every animal to find a forever home, no matter how long it takes. But here's the deal. They can only save as many lives as the community supports. So get involved. Donate online. Hit up the Animal Lifeline thrift store, where every purchase fuels their mission. Or, better yet, find your next best friend and adopt. Because every tail wag, every purr, starts with someone like you. Animal Lifeline of Iowa, where we provide much-needed TLC and a safe space until they find their home.
I had to add us back to the
Oh, they didn't get that.
weirdly, when we do the Seinfeld sounder, we gain more listeners. When we do the X-Men 97 theme, we lose listeners. It's crazy. It's weird.
Stupid. I'm wearing
Stupid.
my Wolverine shirt.
I'm wearing my Ben Richards
Yeah,
Butcher
nobody
of Bakes.
asked. It's not an X-Man shirt. Then shut up.
Yeah.
That is a good one though. The Butcher of Bakersfield.
This is okay. So I looked up online. I'm like, I want a Running Man. What I wanted was like, the symbols
Yeah.
and then the running. That would have been fucking kick
I would
ass.
get a T-shirt of the jumpsuit if you could. That'd be funny.
Oh yeah, like oh dude,
available.
cosplay idea. You know what? I'd have to be the guy with the glasses because there's no way I could fill out the suit like Arnold.
It could be like,
Are you ready for pain? Are you ready for suffering?
and then Tyler goes,
Oh, yeah, right.
"Oh shoot! Don't let me forget it at the end of the show.
Okay.
We'll save it for the end of the show. The Jonathan Majors stuff. Because I already segued into X-Men. I mean, we could talk about it real fast.
We're good. Let's do the X-Men.
Yeah.
I will never supersede anything of mine or anything that is
Yeah.
good for Jonathan Majors ever again.
And his
Fuck that guy.
latest Islamophobic movie.
Fuck the Daily Wire. Anyway,
Did you watch that like I did? It was like, holy hell, this is so
Like,
much
in-
worse than I could have imagined.
within 3 seconds, it's
Yes.
like we fucking hate people of Arab descent. It's like, oh my god, you
immigrants,
totally.
and then they're gonna impregnate our women.
Wha-
And I said,
You ever hear of a blade job?
anyway, X-Men 97. Sadly, the last time this season, the season 2 finale. I think I've seen a lot of. It feels like ever since episode 4, there has been some division about how people feel about that back half of episodes.
Huh.
I've seen people compare it to season 1 of Born Again, where it's a Frankenstein, where you can see where Bo DeMeo started, and then where this other team, the rest of the team, took it. That being said, I think for me overall, I enjoyed this season a lot.
Yeah.
I was not tears running down my cheek by the end of this episode.
There were so many times during the season overall that I just was like, I would just stand up and like in front of my TV, and I totally didn't realize the dog started. It just freaked me out.
He's just sleeping in the studio.
Well, because he moved, and I'm like,
Yeah.
so mmany times, dude. Look at these Grant Morrison fucking suits that they got in that picture, man. Those are, I know it's not my favorite run of the X-Men. In fact, except for Zorn, the dude with a galaxy inside of his head, like the rest of it, I'm not a fan of. But those suits look so good. They look so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Got the drip. I mean, so this episode, and I don't know, I think you and I, there's been a little bit of shifting opinions between you and I. And I think this is pretty common when we talk about shows, because I think what you're kind of coming from is, what does this all lead to? What does this all mean? And okay,
I'm kind of
jump into it. We're going to talk about spoilers for the finale. So if you haven't seen the finale yet, come back and watch it later, because you should watch it. It's great.
3, 2, 1.
I'm going to make a spoilers graphic after this.
Right. But we're on spoilers now.
Yeah. 3,
now.
2, 1.
Go.
Spoilers.
Yep.
Okay.
I am very surprised by the twist ending. Get into it right away.
Yeah. So to set this all up, we have Rogue going to the ship and resurrecting the Celestial inside it in the crystal, and which
I loved all of that shit.
Oh, that's fucking cool. That was great. So
bricked up.
Rogue does the same thing.
I like the
Sabah did, and tries to touch this thing, and as her skin is getting ripped off, I was like, good lord.
Happens to Nightcrawler too.
Spoilers. No, but yeah, she grabs the gem, and then I know I'm joking, and she gets the power that Apocalypse does, but there comes at a price. She has to give her life for his. So she gets super powered up. She goes and finally fights Gambit Apocalypse, and just touches him and sucks all of his essence away from Gambit. And
puts it in
him
a blue
thing
jewel
and gives it to Cable. I want you to talk because I kind of have I have my own theories on how this was portrayed, but I'd love to hear what you think.
What do you mean?
I think people were disappointed by this ending. They wanted a bigger fight because Apocalypse, by the end of episode 4, Apocalypse is built up in such a way that I think everybody was expecting there to be a big fight where the X-Force and
it was a big fight.
Who was the X Factor?
Yeah,
and
it was.
No. But I'm saying Apocalypse himself showing up again. I think people expected more of that, like a bigger fight, a bigger deal. I was fine with it.
Look,
but yeah, I would love.
There
to hear
was a big fight between X-Men and X-Factor,
and we'll talk about it.
Do you want me to talk?
No. I just want to get how you feel, but and I'm not
trying to.
No. I'm not.
Oh
no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying we'll get there and we'll talk about that because I want to talk about that in detail. But I'm just saying, how do you feel about the Apocalypse thing? How do you feel? Don't
about the
forget
ending
about them. How do you feel about it? Yeah.
About no big fight.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying we'll get. I want to put a pin in that because I want to make sure we talk about the fights.
Well, all the criticism you just said are moot.
Yeah. Whatever.
Well,
I'll shut up. I'll shut up.
No, I was
talk for the love of God.
There was a big fight, like you said,
Yeah.
and there was, whatever, all that stuff before Gambit showed up.
Yeah.
And to be really honest, dude, there's nothing fucking scarier than making all the X-Men your enemy and surround Professor X, which is where I was getting to.
Yeah.
That's why I think the disappointment over not a big fight or whatever, dude, look, was issue was episode 4 the end where he like does the whole thing with Chuck and the foot and whatnot? Was that the end of it? Okay. That's enough for me to know that Apocalypse is the baddest motherfucker on the block. I don't need to see or experience anything else. But then he brings back their beloved friend Gambit. That's a betrayal. Then he betrays all of them by making them look, all of the criticisms that you just leveled out by people. And I'm not saying they're not valid because everybody, if you have a criticism against something, you should be heard.
Yeah.
If only to hear it and go, well, that's whatever. I don't subscribe to that, whatever. But to me, you got the people who were saying what they were disappointed that they didn't get. You got what you didn't get.
Yeah.
You got all of it.
I just think all that disappointment for Apocalypse. And when I was saying my thought on it was, with this whole thing, is, and keep in mind, I have limited knowledge of the X-Men. It's been growing. I've been reading X-Men more.
You have more than the average bear.
And my kid is getting into it, so I've been reading more X-Men.
Big Cyclops fan. I witnessed it.
I've seen it.
Seen it, man.
I think the whole point of this was all Apocalypse wanted to do was what he did at the end. He took over the whole entire X-Men in one move and then said, when are you going to learn this lesson? Your compassion is your weakness. And he's like, I turned all your children against you.
Mm-hmm.
And had Rogue not shown up, probably would have killed him.
Probably.
But what we were talking about earlier. So the big fight where everybody's fighting at the X-Core tower. The part where Cyclops stabs Wolverine's head and tries to go inside his head. He's like, you've already scrambled. His brain's already been scrambled and just fucking
Psylocke. I thought you said Cyclops.
No, yeah, Psylocke.
Yeah, Psylocke.
Yeah.
That was really good. I the fight between Cable and Jean Grey Cyclops.
That was crazy because I was telling you about it before we recorded. I was sitting there, and when I saw Kate, because I forget how powerful he is. I'm like, oh yeah, he's Jean and Scott's son. But when he telekinetically takes the fucking visor off Scott's face,
Yeah,
and he's trying to pull it back, and he keeps I was like, damn, that was awesome. And he just throws it, and there was another thing. Oh, the fucking fight with Bishop and Strongman, and they just keep hitting each other. And he's like, this is just gonna be a stalemate.
you got a better idea?
Yeah, they're just punching the shit out of each other. Polaris had what did Polaris?
I loved how when Gambit came back,
Yeah,
and he totally whooped Madrox's ass,
dude.
Jamie Madrox,
When he
shot
him,
whips them
Yeah.
into each other. Okay, so one thing people need to
I
know
got
about
excited
Jamie
when he showed
Madrox
up.
is that he does his power by, like, if he wants another one of himself, he does that.
yeah,
He has to,
multiple man.
he has to hit something or whatever.
yeah.
So it's kind of hard to fight him
And
because
then
he just keeps multiplying. Yeah, exactly.
Gambit figured
you hit
that
him.
out,
But he figured it out, and I really like that. Again, they didn't really get into much
This
into
show-
multiple man.
does a really good job of when they want to showcase the X-Force or X Factor, they make them formidable. But I do love whenever they fight the X-Men, because it's the X-Men show, the X-Men beat the shit out of them. Like the fact that he dominated multiple man in one move.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, even in the even in the last couple episodes, depending on who it is, like Nightcrawler one took on the whole X-Men by himself.
Yeah.
That
was a crazy episode. Crazy good episode.
I think I can see how some people might not have felt fulfilled, but for me, I still think narratively it makes sense. I still think Apocalypse didn't achieve his goal. And I love what Rogue does by giving Cable the gem and just being like, hey,
you know what to do with it.
You know what to do with it. This is your destiny. Because Cable is so obsessed with killing him. And maybe and that's another thing that I love that these characters forget. Yeah. He's the eternal shore. Apocalypse always comes back. In the OG show, he shows up a couple times.
Yeah.
He's in the first season. He's the main villain of the fourth season. And so in the comics, he's always done this. He's been killed or whatever and somehow come back. You know why? Because he got his power from a fucking celestial. He is eternal.
Yes.
They're always going to be fighting.
He is literally an eternal.
So
he's got eternal armor.
Yeah. His armor is the celestial.
From the celestial. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like that's always been his thing. So, did this not feel satisfying? I'm sure some people might feel that way, and that's fine. I personally like how they did it, and the fact that Gambit was the main focus of Apocalypse because you were forcing Rogue and Gambit to deal with the shit from the first season, and how this ends, I cried. I because this is good writing, and because I had a moment where Rogue does her thing, she flies out.
I was waiting for her to die, and then she was like,
"Well, before that." She flies off, and I noticed they kind of hang on Nightcrawler as he's staring at the shrine for a second. I saw.
Yeah, I did remember that. Yeah, I remember
here's what's
that.
good about the writing. I saw that, but I didn't even think about it
until
she said
they showed Nightcrawler, and I was like, "Oh yeah,"
because she goes, "I should be dead. I don't feel anything."
She just said there was supposed to be a sacrifice, and then they show Hank getting off the Blackbird with Nightcrawler's Bible.
Kurt was too good for this world. Kurt Wagner is too good for this world. So yeah, he sacrifices himself, and I'll tell you can I give you a live look in how I watched it?
Sure.
So I watched it when it came out on Wednesday, and I'm sitting there, and she does the thing. She's like, "There's supposed to be a sacrifice." I literally go, "Oh no, Kurt! No, 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 no!" Because that's when I came to the realization of like he's gonna die, but I was like, tear down my cheek because he's like, he loves those two so much that he just wants to give them a chance at happiness, and he's willing to give everything. And then what does he say when the fucking Celestial tells him this? Like, this is the ultimate sacrifice, and he was like, "I have faith," and I'm like, he was too good for us.
We're not talking. He's not talking about the faith of I go to church every Sunday. Talking about real faith, a natural human emotion that can be and has been turned into a weapon by organized religion.
Yeah,
but
faith is a beautiful one of the most unique,
the natural
humanly
embodiment of
things.
faith.
Yeah,
just that you're born with is a beautiful thing.
Just believing in someone that much.
It's when somebody says, "Hey, if you believe this, you should believe this too," and that's when we got problems. Also, rights. Again, just going to church every Sunday doesn't automatically make you a good person.
Yeah.
What happened?
I just took it away for a second.
Oh, we need to put the.
Oh,
it's okay. I'll figure it out. Anyway.
And again, I could see how some people could feel it's disjointed or feel that it.
There we go.
Again, it was going to be a Frankenstein of a season anyway, with the whole Bo DeMeo stuff.
Yeah.
And I think what we got out of it was pretty enjoyable. I do think episode 4 was the best episode.
Yeah.
That was the peak of the season. But
again, there was so many instances during this season where I was just like, I mean, I would literally stand up and clap in front of my TV. Like, it was just so cool. I really, really. Are you okay?
I thought I was hearing an echo.
You're an echo.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, I'm very pleased with the season. And am I fulfilled by the ending?
I mean, that's
not
classic,
quite,
but that's classic X-Men or soap opera. The X-Men,
it's classic Aspen.
The classic X-Men.
Where the salmon flow like the.
But that's a you know what I mean. The X-Men
salmon of
have always been miserable. You look at them and you say,
misery, misery, misery. That's what you've chosen.
I mean, they didn't choose that, but
look.
Yeah.
No. I'm
we
very
give a grade like A to F for the whole season. I would give it an A.
I'd give it an A.
I enjoyed the hell out of this season.
Again, it made me feel something. The end of this, so to me, that's good art. That's good content, whatever you want to call it. Even though it maybe didn't end. To be honest, I was kind of hoping we'd see Apocalypse's 4 Horsemen. You know, Gambit would be one.
Yeah, I would have liked more.
Because the Horsemen are fucking a cool idea.
That is funny because he is eternal. And there's multiple Apocalypse things. That is funny that always kind of rotates on who the writer decides. The 4 Horsemen.
Like the 4 original, it was War. Death was Archangel, and then Famine and Pestilence, and it was just these 3 other mutants, and then Archangel. And then like since then, I know recently they had this one Japanese woman, and like he took his horsemen from all different periods of time. So one was this Japanese woman, and her mutant power was she could just open her mouth and like massive swarms of insects would just come out. And I think she was Pestilence, but they all still have the names, you know, War, Death, Pestilence, Famine, but they're each different. And there was, I think, War in that iteration was a Civil War drummer in the, you know, whatever. and every time he played his drums, like it created like seismic, like he could aim it at people and shit.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's cool because I may never see those characters again. Like, I've never seen the original other three horsemen besides Archangel, since that first Louise and Walt Simonson run back in the day. Or actually, I think it was Ann Nesenti. No, it was Louise. Anyway, but that's cool because you can, okay, here's three different ones. But I also like the idea of like Wolverine has been a horseman at some point in the comics.
Psylocke.
I like Colossus has been one. But yeah, anyway, I can't look at this episode and think anything but good thoughts, even though it's not exactly how I wanted it to end.
Did you also catch a couple things? So Mystique seems to be one of the antagonists that they're going to deal with in season 3. But did you catch that Creed got elected?
Yes.
So that's going to be a big
Also,
storyline and this will be these writers' chance to get a whole season and kind of tell the stories they want to tell.
Well, you're going to have Graydon Creed, who got elected and is virulently anti-mutant. And his national security advisor, who runs whatever, is now Mystique. So that's going to be a fun dynamic to play off of because it's, somebody inside of the.
Yeah.
But my thing is, Mystique in the comics was an original member of Freedom Force, which was the first government mutant team, and it was like Blob and Avalanche and Mystique and Destiny and Spiral. What?
I'm just thinking, just like such D-list.
But these are
mutants.
these were Brotherhood of Evil Mutants guys who got hired,
like a Suicide Squad thing. Yeah.
Right, and for a time, Mystique did. I don't know if she killed her, but she did impersonate Val Cooper, because Val Cooper is a big character in the Marvel comics. Oh my God.
Sorry, I was trying to make a point.
What are you, human?
Well, then I'm thinking, do you think we might be going towards God loves, man kills?
Oh, have you read that graphic novel?
Yeah.
It's hard fucking core, dude.
Do you think that, I mean, Nightcrawler's not around, maybe, I don't know. But, because a lot of X2 had, a lot of the inspiration for X2 is that storyline. And I think, I'm sure, again, I'm going back through the OG show, so I'm sure they probably dealt with it there too.
God, I haven't read that graphic novel in so long. It's
but
so good.
I feel like that's where they could be headed with season 3.
Sure.
Which would be cool to see that. I'm glad that Marvel is pushing the X-Men so hard, because I think they understand that after Secret Wars, they're going to have to retire the Avengers name for a little bit. And it, like I told you, it's beautiful full circle thing where you're like 26 years ago, X-Men starts all this, and then we might not even have this podcast. I mean, we'd still probably be talking about comic books, but think about that.
What the fuck did you just say?
Whoa.
I don't even want to think about that, man. Yeah.
And everybody stopped watching and crashed their cars when they listened.
We went from 78 to 0.
I hate you.
Holy shit.
Could I speak to the drug dealer of the house, please?
So yes. After you hear this.
I like how, like, as soon as I start doing it, you pull it down.
You don't get it.
Like, there.
It's like
Huey Lewis?
No, Sweet Leaf.
Black Sabbath.
Anyway, I was gonna say one more thing about the X-Men. Oh, well, yeah.
No.
Before we started recording, we were watching the original show on Disney Plus, because this 97 is too hardcore for a kid. A Saturday morning cartoon is a little different. But we were talking about the animation. The animation's not good. And a lot of those are because they had to do a lot of episodes, and then they were doing a lot of overseas.
How many seasons? 7 seasons?
That first season is short, but then it's like 26 episodes a season or something like that.
Well, back in the day, that's what a season was. It was like 24 episodes.
Yeah.
24 weeks or whatever.
It would just keep running on Saturday mornings. But my kid is into it, man. Because I was like,
it's not a bad show. It's just the animation is so bad.
Yeah, it's kind of hard, especially because you see this X-Men 97, and you're like, this is where it can go, the animation. But it's crazy. And I said it before with how many mutants are in the Marvel Rivals game, so more kids are getting introduced to the X-Men. It's crazy how into it he is. Like, I stepped out of the room for a second and come back in, and he's like standing up, like,
still just glued,
invested in it. Yeah. It's the episode where they introduced Juggernaut.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, he's Professor Xavier's brother. And he goes, yeah, because he says in the show, it's like my brother or something.
Dude, we're watching the show.
Colossus is in the episode,
and at random times, he'll stand up and turn to one of us and be like, "Look here, bub,"
and be like, but he'll do his hands like this to be the claws sometimes. But the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's funny as hell.
And it's like,
that kid's gonna write comic books.
When you're a parent, there's like some moments when you look at your kid and you have those prideful moments where you can like feel it just like charging you up and you can't help but smile. They do the intro, and just like X-Men 97, I don't fucking skip that. You listen to that song. It's a banger.
Are you stupid?
So it's going and the song's going, but he knows the intro because he's watched a few episodes now. He knows Cyclops is first. He's waiting for it. And I look over at him and he's doing the thing that Cyclops does with the beams.
Yeah, it's neat.
And I'm like, man, he is in it. And it's so funny because like I said on the show before, I never had that level of attachment to the X-Men. Like, even as a kid, I just never watched. I never watched the show.
I loved it.
But it's working, Marvel. My kid likes it, so I'm assuming other kids like it.
Yeah. All right, so what do you think? Another break?
I think we should probably take a quick break because next we got Green Lantern to talk about.
You son of a bitch. Stick around.
Buying or selling a home is one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make. That's why choosing the right real estate team matters. The Jenny Farrell team with RE/MAX Concepts has been helping families across the Des Moines metro find the right home since 1998. Born and raised right here in the community, Jenny understands the neighborhoods, the market, and what truly makes a house feel like home. Whether you're buying your first home, upgrading your space, or preparing to sell, the Jenny Farrell team provides expert guidance every step of the way, from market analysis and listings to negotiations and closing. Their consultative approach means you'll feel confident, informed, and supported throughout the entire process. Jenny Farrell Team, RE/MAX Concepts. Call or text 515-779-7500. Visit jenniferfarrell.remax.com. Experience you can trust. Results you can move into.
Whiskey lovers, get ready for the ultimate experience at Whiskey Fest 2026. From exclusive tastings and live music to unforgettable networking and premium pours, this is the can't-miss whiskey event of the year. Kick things off Thursday, October 1st with the Women in Whiskey Dinner at River Center DSM. Then Friday night, October 2nd, enjoy the VIP whiskey tasting event at the Meridian in West Des Moines. The celebration wraps up Saturday, October 3rd with the whiskey tasting main event featuring incredible brands, bold flavors, VIP early entry, and more. To top it off, Old Man Strength will be broadcasting live Friday night from the VIP event. Raise your glass and join the experience at Whiskey Fest 2026.
We're back.
Oh, I thought we had another one.
No, we had Jenny Farrell and Whiskey Fest.
Well,
so we're back.
Classic Jake. All right. You spit. You're so
Classic Jake all over my laptop.
He was drinking a
Cocainum.
It's like a boar.
Listen, man, when I snorted that shit, I wasn't letting anything not get in my nostril.
So anyway, let's talk about Green Lantern.
Move away from the
Cocainum.
That's exactly
And then
right.
he's like, the cops show up.
Could I speak to the drug dealer of the house, please?
When Tyler says, I ain't got no snow.
Can you be cold, Batman?
This graphic is great because it's like we're
Yeah,
both
Green Lantern.
we're both at this like thing where in the movie Hal is clearly like but we're at the same one and we're like, yeah, fucking been there, done that. When are we getting done so we can go have a beer?
I'll put it back. Hold on.
Okay.
I'll put it back up. Before we get started, I wanted to show that
Oh god, yeah.
Tyler and I, it was one of the rare times we actually got to get comics together. So we went to the comic shop, the local shop, Jay's, and they had, and I was just, because there's two things my kid is obsessed with right now, and that's X-Men and Green Lantern. So I'm like, cool. So I got a lot of Green Lantern books. I need to get more X-Men books. But I was just looking for cheap Green Lantern books, and I found Secret Origin by Jeff Johns, and I did want to get this trade.
Oh, that's not the movie trade?
No.
It's just a Ryan Reynolds cover?
Hold on. Let me get there. But Ryan Reynolds is on the cover.
Yeah.
And this is the tie-in. So Secret Origin is kind of the inspiration for the movie. And they did stuff like this where they had promotional stuff because they were pushing this fucking hard in 2011. But so much so that the back of it has promotional material of like the characters of what they were going to look like in the movie. It's like they were, and there's like giant blurbs from Jeff Johns about these characters. But the reason I really got it was because like it's like a time capsule for that, the movie stuff. But there's a foreword written by Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah.
So before we talk about this movie,
while you find that, back in the day, Secret Origin was a book that would come out every so often, and usually 2 or 3 characters in each issue. And it was a really cool book because any number of creative teams would get together and do different, like everybody knows Batman and Superman's, but every once in a while it was like, hey, what's Blue Beetles? Hey, what's Manhunter 2? You know, what's Clayface? You know, whatever. So it was a really cool series, but yeah, I forgot we wanted to read this. This is great.
So before we get to the movie, here's an introduction from Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
I was never an expert on Hal Jordan. I'd always known the gist of the character. I knew he wore a lot of green. He had a ring possessed.
Knew he had some gist.
Had a ring possessed of an infinite power bestowed upon him by a dying alien. And I knew he'd survived many successors and wild, diverse iterations for an astonishing multi-decade run. If you like sports analogies, he's the New York Yankees. Lately, though, I've gotten to know the guy pretty damn well. Like Hal Jordan, I too was given the gift of a ring. Why was more symbolic in its power, but no less auspicious? Wow, Ryan. Did your publicist write this? I was asked to put that ring on and bring Hal Jordan to life in a whole new form. Film, not a job I take lightly. And I'm not reading this to mock Ryan. Given what happened with this movie and how he treats this movie, I just think it's really funny to read this. About a year and a half ago, I first sat down with Martin Campbell, Donald DeLine, and a man whom I consider responsible for the resurgent interest in Green Lantern, Jeff Johns. True statement. They were all They were all eager to build a big screen superhero who both could live up to his lengthy legacy, yet simultaneously find a foothold with a whole new audience, young and old alike. Hal Jordan was about to become a living, breathing person, and I was going to be the guy to do it. No pressure. I'll just skip to the end here because it's a lot. It's a full page. It's a great time to be a superhero fan. Technology is such that bringing Green Lantern to life properly is finally possible. Creating energy constructs based on infinite will and pure imagination can vividly appear before our very eyes. The technological leap has also happened to coincide with a time period in which the world is fascinated by big screen comic book adaptations. This book. This book basically gave me the introduction I was looking for in order to begin the incredible ascent to Oa. I hope you like it. And then cut to Deadpool 2, where he shoots himself for reading the script.
Look, I don't blame him at all for writing that.
It's a nice message.
Look,
but I just think it's funny given what we know now. That's why I read it.
I guarantee you at the time that he might have had misgivings, but he
seemed excited about it.
But he was trying to make the best of it. He was trying to hype the movie, promote the movie. And we discovered something. Well, I discovered something that I didn't previously know. I was in Ohio the summer of 2011, and that was Thor and Green Lantern. And
then Cap, same year.
But I remember the summertime, like within a month of each other, it was Thor and
It was
Green Lantern.
Thor, Green Lantern, and then Cap. It was crazy.
Yeah.
What a time.
But life was not great for me. Various reasons. And so I was super excited. I wore my Green Lantern t-shirt. We went and saw it, and I was just super hyped. It got really high, of course. And we got there, we watched the movie.
Me too.
Yeah.
I saw it in theaters stoned with a friend.
You got really high?
Yeah.
And
what a time.
I remember watching it with my girlfriend at the time, and we left the theater. I just remember being really underwhelmed, being like, I think I'd hyped it up so much in my head that when I finally saw it, I was like,
Yeah.
Because I discovered, because I haven't watched it since then. I haven't seen it in fucking 15 years.
So I rewatched it
right
in 2021 because I thought we were talking about maybe doing the 10-year and doing that. And then,
well, didn't we think Lancers was coming out at that point?
I think so.
Fucking
Yeah.
Shit.
It's true. That show has been in development for so long. There was a period where like, hey, maybe we should do it for this. So here we are 15 years later, reviewing this. And I said, when I watched it 5 years ago, I said, it's not as bad as I remember. And I watched it again last weekend. And I texted you and I said, hey, we should watch this again for this show. And I stand by the sentiment. I think the first hour of this movie is solid.
Yes.
I think everything leading up to for him getting the ring and going to Oa, I think isn't that bad and pretty standard superhero stuff. It's just when he comes back from Oa, it just
falls
kind
apart.
of crumbles.
I watched it today and I took notes because I started watching. I'm like, and I'm like, this is better than I remember.
Yeah.
Already.
And there's still some cringy shit in the beginning too.
Oh.
Like the dialogue is not good, and like there's other things that make this movie bad.
Sure. But I took notes because I was like, this will be fun. And here's a couple of the notes I took. It's not a bad movie. It's just really fucking messy.
Very mid.
Yes.
Yeah. Not good, not bad, just mid.
Almost all of the CGI space scenes are pretty great. Almost all of them. The part where the 3 random aliens find Parallax, that whole sequence. That's what?
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking cool.
No. And then the whole sequence with Abin Sur was cool. Like,
yeah,
I like that. Dude, they got freaking Django Boba Fett himself to be Abin Sur.
Morrison. Yes. Look, you're Taika Waititi. You're trying to, make your name in Hollywood. You get the chance to be in a big budget Hollywood movie. You're going to take it. But Tom is based off a horrendously racist character, a
Pie Face,
Eskimo named Pieface. And so again, we were talking about it. You would do the same thing. What were we talking about earlier? If I had the chance to make a bunch of money, we were
we were talking about the State Farm thing with the actor was on his couch, but I was like, you take the money.
You're right. But so there's that. We did not need Tom, although.
Oh, believe you, Tyler, if anybody offered me an extra to like deliver some donuts in a superhero movie, I'm doing it to say I was in a superhero movie.
Fuck yeah. But his scenes are pretty good. He lends something to the movie with his chemistry with Ryan, so that's good. The computer bits in the dogfight sequence at the beginning, like all the when they're
when he's flying, it's
when
fun.
they're in the thing and they're watching the graphics. Those are fucking really solid graphics. Mark Strong, fantastic.
Great cast.
Fucking fantastic. Yeah. Guardians design choices. In the books, they got big heads and like regular human faces. They made them like look way more alien, and then they don't show them very long when they do show them, so it's hard to tell. But it looks like part of their heads is translucent, like the top part.
Yeah.
Or that it's a weird design choice that I do not.
I gotta
like.
tell you, there were times. The CGI I feel in this movie is very hit or miss. Because very hit or miss. Because I feel there are times dude, and keep in mind I did drink while watching this. We played a drinking game while watching. At one point I said to Luke, who I was watching it with, I said, "Hey, the Guardians don't look that bad." Cut to the like female looking one. I'm like, oh my god.
Are those barrettes?
We died laughing because I was like, I stand corrected. And that's consistent with this movie. Because I mean, we could dedicate a lot of time on the suit if we want, but I think we should keep talking about the positives.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest, I don't think Ryan Reynolds is a bad choice to be Hal Jordan.
No, not
Ryan
at all.
Reynolds is very much like Hal
Blake
Jordan.
Lively is very attractive. She
He's
does well as Carol Ferris.
He's a charming asshole. That's what Hal Jordan has always been. And
Michael Clark Duncan is Kilowog.
I think he plays him just fine. And I think, again, I think the movie suffers a lot where for every moment where I think they nail it, they do something stupid. Where they have the fucking racetrack construct or like, the positives. Again, the Oa sequence. Landing there and meeting Tomar Ray. Jeffrey Rush being the voice of Tomar Ray. Michael Clark Duncan being Kilowog.
And
great choices.
You remember how
all the aliens are perfect.
Dude, the sequence of the big giant Green Lantern meeting is fucking great.
And when they say for the core and they blast the light through the fuck you. When they blast that through the planet, that's awesome. It's all willpower, baby. It's because you don't like Green Lanterns. Just say it.
Remember when I was talking about how it sounded kind of fuck off. It's kind of corny when Jason Momoa said Bastich. Do you remember I was talking about that?
Did you think it was corny when he did the oath in this movie?
Are you gonna let me finish a point? You fuck. Jesus Christ.
You just hate DC. Just say it. No,
the thing about Michael Clark Duncan's portrayal of Kilowog is that he's got that derogatory nickname, Poozer.
Poozer, yeah.
It never sounds corny. Unlike Momoa and Bastich. This is what I texted you.
You don't think I was going to find it because the
CGI artists for Green Lantern had less time, technology that was a decade older, and a smaller budget, inflation at least, and still managed to outstrip the idiots who made the Flashpoint movie. And that is a fucking fact. That is embarrassing. How much time that movie gave to all of the CGI and the budget, and it turned out looking like that. And this movie from 15 years ago holds up.
Yeah.
Man.
I want to point out that, and I think when the movie works is when it leans into its Jeff Johns inspiration and taking a lot from Secret Origin. Like I was just flipping through, showing it to my son, just kind of flipping through it. And there's a part because he says, "Nice landing, Poozer. Name's Kilowog. Welcome to Ring Slinging 101, or as Kehan and I like to call it, the worst day of your worthless life." Almost line for line in the movie. And again, Tomar Ray being the Sinestro being the dick, Kilowog being the hard drill instructor type, and Tomar Ray being the kind philosopher. All that works. And then here's where I have the fault.
Let me finish.
You're also because you're cramming Parallax in this.
Hector Hammond,
Yes.
This is what I wrote. Hector Hammond / Parallax / Alien / Abensur body government stuff / Amanda Waller stuff. Tim fucking Robbins is in this fucking movie.
Oh my God, that's another thing.
Right?
I'm glad you brought that up. I forgot.
Tim fucking Robbins?
Dude, I forgot Angela Bassett was in this movie as Amanda
she's
Waller.
Amanda Waller. Because they were going to try.
Yes, you can tell there are seeds here where they were trying to make Green Lantern Iron Man. That you said that earlier, and you're 100% right. You could kind of notice that they were trying to build off Green Lantern because they're like, all right, we've done Superman, we've done Batman. Who's somebody? They weren't going to do the Flash yet. They went for Green Lantern, and I'm going to get on a soapbox when we're done with this review.
But Peter Sarsgaard and Angela Bassett are both wasted here but that shows how good they are because they nail their performances. They do.
This is what I said about Hector.
Sarsgaard is so over the top, which you need with a ridiculous looking fucking villain like Hector Hammond / Parallax. And then I finish it up with stop with the different colored eyes. Stop it.
Okay.
That happened way too many times.
Okay. Yeah. Because it's not just Hal. It was Sinestro.
And Hector
Hammond with the Parallax. But doing it with the first time they do it, it kind of looks like his pupils are yellow or whatever. And I'm like, that's a nice little touch. That would have been fine. But then it's constantly changing that color to be the Parallax. And I know in the comics, in the later when they do Parallax again, I think in the Jeff Johns one, it like their eyes turn kind of like that color when they go fear, whatever. It was too much. I hated it.
Just give me the white eyes.
But this movie also suffers with because it's a movie that is like so 2011 and so stuck in time, where it is like that gap where Marvel was just starting to figure out what they were going to do with the Avengers.
Yeah.
And DC was trying to figure something out, and they were trying to do it with this, and they have that crucial flaw where I think Spider-Man doomed these other movies because Spider-Man crushed Green Goblin so hard that every movie thought they had to do their biggest villain right away. Like you had to do Doctor Doom in the Fantastic Four movie. So that era of thinking, why not go for Parallax, the biggest thing? And this is where I was telling you, you could have made up a fucking alien if you wanted. They're space cops. Make up a sector, make up an alien. That's what makes Green Lantern so good, is you have limitless possibilities.
He talks about in the movie about being a space cop. And it's like, no, you're not. At no point in this movie have you been a space cop.
So let's cram Hector Hammond. Let's cram Parallax.
When did Batman Begins come out?
2005.
Oh, okay. Well, Martin Campbell, Ryan Reynolds et al., you motherfuckers who made this movie.
This is
Batman Begins did the best thing possible by using Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
Let's not bring in the Joker.
Yeah. They saved that for the second movie.
And wasn't it so good?
That's another thing. This is post Dark Knight. I think that was another thing. DC was trying so hard to make this a big thing because they knew that Dark Knight Rises was coming. So they knew they couldn't write off Nolan's coattails anymore.
Well,
and they're trying to set up a universe.
For a time, Christopher Nolan was the Feige of the DC universe
Man of Steel
for like
stuff,
a brief period of time. But I'm pretty sure he had no intention of turning his Dark Knight trilogy into any sort of shared anything.
Yeah. So they were trying to build up, and like you said, they're trying to do the Iron Man.
If they had somehow looped Nolan in for
Iron
good,
Man,
who knows what would have happened?
even Iron Man did like Ironmonger. Like he didn't even. It wasn't even.
Well, who's Iron Man's biggest villain?
I don't know.
Gives a shit.
Fucking poor people. I think Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds.
His biggest
they
villain
met
is
on
the
this movie.
bottle.
They knew each other. They were friends, but they'd really been romantic after this movie.
Who?
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, and you can see that chemistry.
Are they married?
You know that. You silly bitch.
I'm gonna take this off now.
Why? I leave it up so people that are coming in know what we're talking
about. You do that every time you fart. You're wrong. Chicken and waffles. Are we gonna have those Oreos? He got some chicken and waffles. Are they chicken and waffles Oreos?
Yes. What was that one I want to talk about? Yeah, fucking Tim Robbins.
Yeah, Tim Robbins. Look, everybody in this movie really does their best, and you're absolutely right. If they would just have eliminated, because Hector Hammond doesn't come in until after Hal comes back.
Can I pitch? Like, here's how I would pitch it.
Actually, no. I watched it today. The sequence is that Hammond, after he has come home from checking out Abbott's Sur, is doing that writhing in the bed thing at night before he changes.
And that's when Hal is going to Oa.
Yes. So, but still, you shoehorn it in and it fucks everything up. I think you stay on Oa. You go, hey, this is what we're going to do. Sinestro is going to take you on a training mission.
Okay.
Yes. Maybe to our solar system.
Here's another thing I would say.
Yeah.
The Abin Sur stuff, because that ties to the parallax thing. Cut that completely out. Abin Sur just dies.
Yes.
He just dies doing a mission and lands on Earth.
It's also weird that like a Green Lantern has a spaceship.
Yeah, why the fuck does he have a spaceship? I'm so glad you brought that up.
No, I thought about that when I was watching the movie today.
They can fly.
But hang on a second. Hang on. I know that, right?
He needs to carry the battery somewhere.
Where do you put your stuff?
Where do you put the battery?
Where do you put your stuff?
Your butt.
You get a bindle.
You make a construct
like the hobos in the 20s.
A satchel. And you
put
it up your butt. Anyway.
Satchel. I'm so glad. Ew, fuck you. Pretty much. No, I think honestly, overall,
because when he comes back, so all that stuff happens on Oa. But yeah, I agree with you because I'd say Abin Sur just dies. Hal gets the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I would say even before that, or if you want to tie it, or if you want to tie it. Oh shit! Okay, here's how I do a page one rewrite of this. Abin Sur and Kilowog and Tomar and Sinestro are on a mission, and Abin Sur dies. He crash lands to Earth. The ring picks Hal. Hal gets it. Whatever. Sinestro comes to Earth and says, like, pays his respects to Abin Sur, and then says, "And I'm not gonna let you be a disgrace to that man's ring," and takes him to Oa. Then we do all the training shit, but you know.
And then the crux.
You could also move it to where it is in the movie, where we have all the stuff with Carol and have his ties to Earth. And
yeah, you should.
Up.
You
and
have.
Then he goes. That stays the same, but it's like Sinestro comes to Earth or something there, and then like you said, it's Police Academy where he's being he gets trained.
They do a mission. Like Sinestro's going to take you on a training mission, and the training mission takes them to, say, Jupiter. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter what the thing is.
Yeah.
The point is sometime during the training mission, at first, Hal thinks Sinestro's just being tough on him, but then, just like in the fucking comic books, he notices that Sinestro is really
He's a dick.
like actually evil.
Yeah.
And like a fascist.
And he
Like
turns
literally.
Yeah. What? Because
then that's the crux. And then he has to defeat Sinestro, who has been teaching. Way better movie. And then at the end,
of the
Sinestro.
movie, same tease. He creates the ring. Because I feel like this whole fucking movie was.
Why the fuck are you giant movie studios not paying us? I don't understand.
Tyler, the audacity.
The fucking speaking
The audacity
of
of this movie to put a sequel bait mid-credit scene.
Ugh.
I feel
It's
like this
such
whole entire movie was just to set up Sinestro being in the Sinestro Corps, which was done. Okay, let's be honest. The reason this movie falls apart is you're right. It focuses on characters that we don't think should be in this movie and we don't care about. I don't mind him coming back to check on Carol and shit because that happens in the comics.
Sure.
But the Hector Hammond stuff shouldn't be in it. The Parallax stuff shouldn't be in it.
No.
And then, yeah, you got to showcase Sinestro being a dick more. The only way this movie shows him being a dick is telling Hal, well, you're new and you don't know what you're doing.
No, we
like he does.
We see it in the moment with the Guardians where he's being real forceful with them, and he's like, "Hey, we should be using this.
We need to
he
use
convinces them to forge a yellow ring."
Yeah.
And then when he talks to Hal, but after that, he's a real nice guy until he puts on the ring,
and then he goes.
I'm
keep talking about it.
I'm kind of done talking about this movie.
We've gotten like so many people since talking about this. But
well, let's keep going.
No, but
overall,
we literally rewrote that movie because we're like, there are things that work.
Yes,
you can build around.
That's what I started taking notes for today. I was like, how can we fix this movie? Because it's a fixable movie.
And I was thinking about this because this Lantern show's coming out, and I just
and
saw
that's
this
why we
movie,
reviewed this.
and I'm just sitting there, and I do not understand why there is a 15-year gap between Green Lantern-led projects. It does not make sense to me because. This, like I said earlier, this character, I'm going to get on my soapbox here as a Green Lantern fan. Doesn't matter who is wielding the ring. You can make it compelling and you can tell really cool stories because this movie didn't make the money you wanted, but to not even try a Jon Stewart movie or any other thing, maybe do a Green Lantern Corps movie, to not even think of doing something until maybe 10 years later when they were talking about doing lanterns, because they would have fucked it up. But why didn't we see a Green Lantern? I believe
there was like a 5-year gap between this and like 2016 when they were like, we're gonna do a lantern show.
This premise had always been teased of Hal Jordan and Jon
Stewart.
I
think during the Snyderverse days it was going to be Green Lantern
and I'll
Corps.
get to that. Because you know why they fucking axed it there?
That.
They changed it to be about Alan Scott and Guy Gardner and Kyle Rayner because they couldn't use Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart because there was going to be some plans for the DCEU that never fucking happened. But I want this HBO show to succeed because I am starved as a Green Lantern fan.
I am bricked up about the Manhunters.
This is a B-list character that you could put to an A-list. I'm not saying he would ever be bigger than Batman or Superman or Wonder Woman.
Or become another Iron Man.
But he could be that to level if you just put the slightest bit of effort. And I think this show looks really good. Yes, I'm excited.
I'm excited. Now that I know that it's the Manhunters.
But time out. They're shapeshifters. So we don't know if they're the Manhunters that the Guardians created or they're Martians. They could be Martians.
We know it's the Manhunters because Deadline has come out and said, no, they are not related to Martian Manhunter. And we see it.
I don't buy it.
We see in the preview one of the fucking Manhunters shifting into the Manhunter form from the comics.
I know.
And
But time out. In the comic, no, go. I'm saying in the comics, the Guardians were inspired by the Martians. So that makes sense.
What?
There's connection between the Manhunters and the Martian Manhunters in the comics. I'm serious.
I believe you.
You're going to tell me they never knew about them?
I
existed?
don't know, but it's
Anyway,
just not explicitly.
Your point.
Anton.
The Manhunters.
Paul Ben Victor.
Yeah.
Who do you think he is? I think the real villain of the series is hiding in plain sight.
Yes, how? How's the villain?
Anton. Okay. What he says in the trailer sounds a lot like Atrocitus.
I think here's what I was.
Have you read that theory?
Well, I think it is. It could be Atrocitus.
How fucking
Time
cool.
out. Time out.
Whoa.
Here's how it would be. Here it could be. I think this makes sense because I'm when I say you keep thinking I'm trying to stall you. When I'm saying time out, I'm trying to say hold on. I know what you're saying. In Secret Origin, that Jeff Johns wrote, where Hal and Sinestro come at odds is Atrocitus, because Sinestro, there's a whole the Manhunters destroy Sexer.
They destroy Six.
No fucking. The Manhunters.
You put that dick away.
So in Jeff Johns' stories, the Manhunters destroy Sector 666.
which was Atrocitus.
Yeah, because we covered the Red Lanterns.
Real subtle. Sector 666.
Yeah, because we covered it on the show, the Red Lanterns, or Modern Mythology, whatever. And so yeah, that theory makes sense because Atrocitus would have a hatred towards the Manhunters
and the Guardians.
And this could be, and in this latest
Green Lanterns.
In this latest trailer, Hal goes to Sinestro for help. And Sinestro's locked up. So we could already have that Atrocitus is what brought them at odds. Because we already know at this point, Sinestro's locked up.
I am ready to move on to books.
No, you're not. You are not ready. There goes all the viewership. Because you like, I don't want to do this Green Lantern forever.
What the hell, man?
Why do you just leave it?
I'm trying to make sure that all the,
I don't like
the
black
three
bars,
beards and the.
I like it like this.
All right, we'll do our thing so we can.
I could write a book about
We're
what
gonna
you
do our
don't
last
know.
break. We got 2 more commercials, and then we'll do the books.
Say that.
Stick around.
What happens when Iowa grain meets world-class craftsmanship? At Revelton Distilling Company, every bottle begins right here in the heartland. From locally sourced Iowa corn and rye to the final pour, our grain-to-glass process ensures exceptional quality in every sip. Whether you're enjoying our award-winning mulberry gin, smooth honey whiskey, or rich whiskey and cream liqueur, you're tasting the best of Iowa in every bottle. And now, Revelton can ship directly to 48 states across the country. Visit ReveltonDistillery.com and have Iowa's finest delivered right to your door.
At Three Beards Media, giving back to our community has always been at the heart of what we do. That's why we're proud to welcome No Pros Remodeling as our official community outreach partner. Thinking about transforming your home? From stunning kitchen renovations, all while still being able to use your kitchen, to gorgeous bathroom remodels that take a fraction of the time, No Pros delivers craftsmanship you'll love. Best of all, they can help you save up to 75% compared to the other guys. When you're ready to transform your home into your dream home, call No Pros Remodeling at 515-679-6509 or visit www.nopros.com. No Pros Remodeling, creating stunning home transformations while helping Three Beards Media make a difference in our communities.
Back.
Oh.
Now
I can do it.
I could write a book about what you don't know.
All right.
Should I put it up on the thing?
No, I'm just saying, or we could put it, but you can't. Yeah. All right, Supergirl Survive number 3. Ethan S. Parker, Griffin Sheridan, and Rod Reese on the art. So yeah, this. Well, we can add it, I guess.
Thanks.
So this picks up where issue 2 left off. So the Lantern Corps showed up to help her because the Lobo family was trying to sell them.
Mm-hmm.
So they get off the moon around Krypton, and then we find them on what looks like Krypton, but it's blue. It's because it is a construct created by Supergirl.
By Kara
And this
Zor-El.
whole thing is narrated.
Jor-El, sorry. Wait, is it Kara Zor-El?
It's Kara Zor-El.
The House of El.
Because Kal-El and Kara Zor-El.
The House of El is open for business.
And we find out who's narrating this. Will you stop it? Stop shouting.
Just way louder than you. But yeah, so we find out that
you gotta
it seems like it's years later because Cal is older.
Well, it says 388 days after K-Day. So 388 days after they left Krypton.
Like Jor-El is Cal is
Cal's
able
dad.
to like go out by himself and
He's
things
walking,
like that.
yeah.
And
we don't know how fast Kryptonians progress versus humans.
True.
But yeah, it's been over a year.
We've assumed that it's been at least. We assume. We always have kind of assumed that Kryptonians have the same kind of life cycle and span of humans. But we don't know.
They could develop faster than
So
us,
this extra dimensional imp,
Mixoplex.
Mrs. Mixoplex,
Yeah.
which one of my favorite characters in all of the fucking DC comics, because he's a fifth dimensional imp, I believe.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's what they describe them as.
But it's a girl version who has clearly met other multiverse versions of Kara.
Yeah.
Doing different things. And this is, according to her, the first time that she's seen this version of her like as a Blue Lantern and things.
Yeah. She's never
but I love the introduction of this character because it just let's throw some more shit in here. You know what I mean? Like
well, it's crazy, especially how intense that last issue is. And you would think narratively it would just immediately continue that, but no, this jumps ahead a year and a little over a year, and it's narrated by this interdimensional imp.
Yes.
And they see Krypton. What draws them to this are like, wait a minute, that's Krypton. Krypton shouldn't exist. It was destroyed. And so they find out, oh yeah, it's a giant planet-sized blue construct.
And Kara,
so then we meet the little other construct that's like this little babysitter for Cal that kind of is talking to the imp and everything. And I love this panel where Cal comes home and she's happy to see him and she hugs him. And then she immediately goes, "Who's this?"
Yeah.
Because a stranger's in her home.
Well, so
and people have been trying to kill them since over a year.
So she basically tells this Miss Mitchell like what's going on is that they've been going pretty slow. When they can, they try and get food from planets, but they try to avoid populated systems because they're wanted. Meanwhile, I believe if we don't find out that the Lanterns are looking for them because they're trying to help them, I think.
Yeah, because the Blue Lantern, there's a flashback where he says like,
"Oh yeah,
my power, I'm on the emotional electromagnetic spectrum, and I'm literally hope, and there's no bigger beacons of hope than you."
But she like
Cal.
Kara doesn't sleep. Like it's a miserable existence.
She's like,
and Miss
meditating
Mitchell like points out that the
I
construct is incomplete.
Yeah,
it's like Kandor repeated over the size of a small moon, and she's telling Kara, she's like, you can't let Kal-El grow up thinking that this is Krypton.
I wanted to call out when she brings back memories, because like there's parts where she says, "Why don't you introduce me to your friends?" I tried that, bringing them back, but
it felt
like
was
trampling on their memory. Constructs can only go so far.
Yeah.
But then there's like black and white. Would you stop trying to rush me? There's black and white like sketches of it. And then I just feel like every time I try and say something, you're like, "What was that?" Trying to cut me off. I'm sick of it.
Gee, guess what's going on now?
Just be quiet. Oh, the dog. Yeah, you
do your thing. I'm gonna take him upstairs and like put him upstairs.
Wow.
We can't really.
I'm just kidding. We can. But essentially, where this ends up is she tells Kara that you can't really hide Cal's past. He needs to know what really happened to Krypton, not this made up version of it. And then there's a moment where Mixoplex or whatever snaps and shows Kara in like a bed of flowers.
Yeah.
And she's just kind of like peaceful for a moment. And she's like, "Oh, the ground, it's nice and warm." And then it's a corpse.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "What's happening?" And then this is my favorite. The problem with your big blue dollhouse ain't that it's missing a landmark or two. You left out the ugly kiddo.
Yeah.
And then she shows what Krypton was like before the explosion and how fascistic it was. And like in Zod We Trust, they keep chanting as they're beating people in the streets.
God, it sounds like
And then she sees the explosion and the destruction of Krypton, and that just goes back to the lessons like you have to tell Cal. And then it ends with them getting dropped off on a planet that she drops them off with a yellow sun. So now they're finally going to feel their full power.
Here's the thing: is that Kara has no fucking clue why she's not supposed to be around a yellow sun. Yep. So for all she knows at that moment.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the Green Lanterns say avoid systems with yellow suns.
That's what I'm saying.
So she doesn't know. Yeah,
she doesn't know why. So for all she knows, this imp has just killed them both.
Yeah,
because they're
no yellow suns.
Poisoned by the.
She's actually doing them a favor.
Do it like that. Why you gotta do me like that? Don't do me like that.
Tom Petty.
Tom Petty.
So yeah, I give that an A. That's a good read.
Yeah.
You read that issue and you said this is why I feel like we should just blow up canon and keep doing shit like this. And I agree. I just thought it's a really cool concept of like, oh, it's not just we're gonna make Supergirl a Blue Lantern.
No,
we're gonna make the core be across the emotional spectrum. They're not just like individual cores, and then like all these little changes here. The Lobo family, like little changes here and there, but it keeps the core of who Kara is.
Right. There's a couple of both DC and Marvel have done 16th century versions of their universes, and they fail. And here's why: because you're doing it wrong. And what I mean by that is you take one core precept and tweak it. That is how you get a good Elseworld story, because everything else comes from that one tweak. That one minute tweak in the origin or the canon of the character should ripple out and create all sorts of other tweaks in your universe. So, what's my tweak? Okay, how about this?
Superman.
Kara and Kal-El, Superman and Superwoman. Superman is younger, which is true in the comics. Kara is older when they're on Krypton. But Kal-El, they are both put in the rocket at the same time.
And they don't
land. And they don't make it to Earth.
Yeah.
And that again, all of this story
Because they're still
so
trying
far,
to get to Earth. Because she mentions they're trying to find a way to Earth.
but all of this story so far has branched out from that one
You're right.
conceit, which is okay.
Oh, they didn't land on
Instead
Earth.
of Superman going, because Kara goes first
And gets knocked off course.
Right.
But he still makes it to Earth. Yeah.
before, and that's why
And
even though
stuck
she's
in space, and that's why she
even
looks
though
younger.
she's older
Yeah.
by age, he has like
Been on
suspended
Earth.
animation. She's the
She's
same
been,
age.
Yeah, she's been kind of trapped in time.
He's been age. Yeah, whatever. That again,
Space.
that's why canon take all the shit and go okay, and keep elements of it. But like, there's an ad in one of the new DC books I read about this Batman crossover called Bad Seeds. I know, and I'm just like, why are you even making regular Batman comics anymore? Like, why?
Yeah. Well, we've had discussions about Marvel with like having 3 separate events and all in the
Oh,
same
God.
universe, but somehow are not connected. I don't know. Speaking of Marvel,
Who will survive? I already know because you showed us the ad.
what do you give this one? An A?
What?
Supergirl Survivor.
Yeah, I love the story. I think it's, again, the best Elseworld stories do a minor tweak, and that's why the Absolute books work so well. You do a minor tweak.
Superman knew his parents. He grew up on Krypton. He lands on Earth at a teenager.
Absolute Batman was supposed to be his dad, only got killed, and he's not rich. But now we're finding out all sorts of shit. And then Absolute Wonder Woman was that instead of being raised on Amazon,
Both given an A then?
Themyscira.
I could write a book about what you don't know.
All right, buckos.
Fuck, my shoulders are fucking hurting.
We have a twofer. So these next 2 books are 2 issues apiece. So we got Moon Knight, Mark Spector Moon Knight, issue 6 and issue 7.
Uh-huh.
So issue 6, where issue 5 leaves off, Moon Knight, his dragon that was trapped in a sword,
Gunnar
is not working for the mansion that's trying to eat.
What's it called again?
They say it in the book. Let me pull it up. But anyway,
The Haunted Mansion, and it's become an actual dragon because the mansion was like, hey, because it was great because Moon Knight was going to use it, and then the mansion was like, hey, I'll turn you into a dragon like
Mansion
you want.
Ravenous is
Yeah.
the name of it. Yeah.
So anyway,
So Clea Strange is, at the last issue, said we gotta bring back the Midnight Suns. So she lays out her tarot cards and it shows the moon, the Empress, the Hermit, the Devil, and the Chariot. So then Mark is like, all right.
And the Cherry?
This is what I love, because this is the classic 80s movie of like the MacGruber scene of like, I gotta fucking get these guys hard. So so Mark first goes,
I love it when we make dick jokes.
Also,
because they're funny.
I
Because
love
they're
telling.
true.
I love to listen.
Yes. That whole fucking, who is that?
Chris Jericho, the wrestler.
Yes.
I
love to listen.
It's a bunch of wrestlers that he blows up.
I know.
It's funny. So Moon Knight, also the Moon Knight voice, the Mark Spector in Marvel Rivals is the Mark I'm doing when I do that. Like, I didn't. And it sounds like fucking Will Arnett. So I always think of like Moon Knight eats a Reese's. Can't you? I'm busy. Can't you? Or what's Snickers' new thing?
You're not you when you're hungry.
Snickers. No, I meant Reese's. What's this? Not sorry. Not
Sure.
sorry, can't you? I love this Reese's. So anyway, he says, "Hey, Robbie Reyes, you fuck."
Listen here, can't you?
Can't you? I'm hungry.
Don't bother me, can't you? I'm eating a Reese's.
Yeah, I had this. I'm not going to talk about it
Yeah.
because I thought of like has Conchu ever taken over while Mark is fucking? That's what I'm just. These are questions I've had in my head. That's the most mall rat sentence I've ever said. It's the thing you say at a comic shop. Like, could Conchu like theoretically? Jesus H. All right, so Mark shows up to Robbie, says, "Hey, I need your help." But the funny thing is Robbie's like, "Do you even know my name?" Because he says Ghost Rider. But Robbie's like, "Yeah, I got to do it. Yeah, I don't really feel like doing any this shit of saving the world. I've already done a bunch of shit."
Yeah.
And then it's this book's way of being like, "Remember this event? Remember this event?" I know comics always have done that, but he's like,
but it was the greatest Avengers story ever. I showed you all that shit when he takes over the dead Celestial.
I drove my car into and stopped and was talking about Avengers Assemble Omega. So, but what gets Moon Knight or how he convinces him is he says, "I'm not asking you to save the world. I'm asking you to save my world." And he was like, "Oh, if it's family, I could be the Ghost Rider." So he's like, "I'll help you." So then after that, he goes to Chicago and we see him fucking up some vampires. And he just says, "Hey, Blade. Always bet on black." Wait, wrong movie. Also, how Blade is written in these issues, I love it. Because it's just Jed McKay being silly. Because he's like, "I'm Blade. Everything I do is cool." It's just funny. So Blade's like, "All right, Moon Knight, what do you want? You showed up in Chicago, my hometown, and you're just slaughtering vamps. What do you need?"
Which is my job.
Yeah. He's like, "You're killing fucking vampires, dude. It's my thing."
Hey.
And he's like, "Midnight Suns." And then Blade literally is like, "All right, let's go.
I've been waiting."
And he's like, "Why?" And he's like, "When the brand of the Midnight Suns is lit, I will answer now and forever. It's as simple as that. So let's go." So then, boom. And then he goes to Daredevil. And Daredevil's like, "What?" And I love this. "I need your help. I'm putting together some kind of team
with some Reese's."
The paneling in this book. Yeah.
Dude, the art in this book is fucking
Oh my God.
ridiculous.
The Billy Club making the panels when it's ricocheting off all these thugs. The
Who is the artist?
Oh yeah, I forgot to do the Jed McKay's the writer. Dev Malaya Pramanik is the artist. Like everything, like Robbie's introduction, part of the paneling looks like the windows of a car and the windshield.
Yeah.
Like just insanity. But yeah. Reese's. I know you can't see this, Matt, but here's a Reese's.
I'm Batman. I like Reese's.
So Daredevil eventually goes because he's like, what?
Fine.
I guess I'll help. So they roll in.
Dick.
And then I love, this is where I absolutely love this book. This issue and the next issue, because it's what makes comic books fun. So the Midnight Suns' big plan is they're just going to fucking ram into this mansion.
Yeah.
And then they crash into it. And that begins their fight. And then the fight takes place in issue 7.
It's just, I mean,
I love this shit.
Some
like the panels again of it getting closer to the mansion where it keeps just the rectangles. Like you can't really.
Sometimes it doesn't even really have like a panel. I mean, honestly, like it's just
kind of.
It's just art. It's just gorgeous, man. Yeah, and then their whole like it's hard to even see the line work.
Yeah.
Because it just looks painted and just gorgeous. Anyway.
So issue 7 literally starts with them going into it. And then like you said, like it's just infinite nothingness this car is driving into. And it's just beautiful.
Right.
So this begins their fight. And there's sometimes when you read a comic, and sometimes if it's good enough and
sometimes
you enjoy
eat it,
they can present. Yeah. Sometimes never mind. And sometimes it's written so well you could ignore something that's kind of stupid and then be like, "No, wait, that's awesome. That fat bat symbol's stupid. It's an axe. Okay,
that's awesome.
Wait a minute." Robbie Reyes just rams this car, fights this dragon that is made of the mansion. So it's like wooden. It's a wooden dragon.
It's a wooden dragon.
It's just stupid but cool.
Yes.
So where it gets stupid but really cool is the dragon's like, you brought a car to fight a dragon. That's stupid. And he throws it like into the nothingness. And he's like, but up and down. This funny you should ask. Transmission is on this bad boy. It doesn't just go forward and back and side to side. Woof! Hellfire wings come out of the side of this car. And he's like, it goes every other direction. And it's just, fuck me, man. Like the paneling of this, where it goes Moon Knight, Clea Strange, Blade, Daredevil, as they're all descending into the mansion. Give us a fucking Midnight Suns movie.
Yes.
Just do it. God.
Yes.
Otherwise, we'll be.
Ew, fuck you. Yeah, Feige.
So they keep fighting the dragon. And then, oh God, Blade pulls out a chainsaw.
Yeah.
And starts sawing the chest.
What does he say? He says, like, get the tool for the right tool for the right job.
Here we are. The right tool for the job. Clumsier than the kind of blade I usually prefer, but there's a certain undeniable style in brutality.
He knows he's fighting a giant wooden dragon. So what does he bring?
A
chainsaw. That's awesome. Dude, this book. Hey, giving it is.
Oh my God. Yeah. So he's like, not that the chainsaw wasn't really cool. Of course it was cool. I'm Blade. Everything I do is cool. That's what I love is that, like, it's just like certain things where it's like you'd see RDJ makes Tony Stark. Like, Tony Stark is just RDJ now in the comics. That's what he's been since that movie's come out.
Yeah.
I always feel like because of those movies, Wesley Snipes is so implemented on Blade. Like, that is a Wesley Snipe cocky line of like, of course it's cool. I'm fucking Blade.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah. Instead of spitting fire, it spits nails.
Which awesome.
So this is my favorite part of the book. They keep fighting. And the whole idea was to get Clea, Strange, Blade, and Ghost Rider to distract the dragon.
Yes.
And then they're, oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Okay. This is so badass. So it's like, you're placing a great deal of faith in the Daredevil, and he goes, faith well placed.
Yes.
And then
this fucking part
where Daredevil goes off. Oh my God.
Nobody else can do this. He says, like, he's like,
he's the man without fear.
Yes.
And then so what he does while he's spewing all these nails around him, he's dodging it because he can hear it. Because
he's on a line though.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, he's on a line and he's looping around this dragon and dodging everything. And it's black and white. There's no pan. It's like the sonar makes the panel. And then, oh my God, like the shockwaves of the sonar are the black and white. And then it's just red of Daredevil. And he's doing these flips and shit. But the shot before that, where he said he's the man without fear, it's this sideways splash page. It's just black. And then this red and orange silhouette.
Show them, man. I've seen it.
Yeah. And the caption is just, he's the man. I'm like, holy shit.
It's just
so much fun.
Yes.
He does all these moves to get the sword. He starts to pull it. Then Clea and Robbie pull its arms back and they rip apart the dragon.
Yep.
And kill it. So then the Mansion Ravenous talks to Mark again. And he says the real reason he brought the Midnight Suns. Clea knows this, by the way, because she says earlier, you're going to fucking tell him. He's like, no. And why would I? I gave him a Reese's. Not sorry, Clea. You bitch. I also like that Moon Knight is a misogynist for some reason.
I don't know. A massage therapist.
Let the fingertips of Khonshu guide your muscles. So anyway, Moon Knight
My name is
offers up
Job.
the souls of Ghost Rider,
George
Blade,
Oscar Bluth Jr.
and
Job.
and Daredevil. I made a huge mistake.
So yeah,
Punch you.
yeah. So this is fucking
So he
insane.
starts to consume the souls, and he says, "But I am pleased. Such splendid vessels are they not? I will cherish them forever." So how the fuck is Moon Knight going to save everybody? How's he going to do it?
I don't know, but he just fucked over everybody bad,
was
and
great.
that was a to me because the build up to that
is
like, oh, they're gonna beat him, and then
twist?
right when the Mansion Ravenous comes out, he's like, there is no winning.
No, I'm sacrificing you because I'll do anything to get my people. Fuck
Yes, and it's like,
whoa. Also, he was dressed up as Mr. Knight when he was talking to Clea. I've noticed. And then when they were doing the assault on the mansion, he was dressed like he normally was. Just saying. Moving on. A's, I think, from all of us on that one.
We gotta do the sounder for the next book.
We don't.
I could write a book about what you don't know.
Jesus.
All right. So Absolute Superman number 20 ended with Hawkman giving his mace and Steel giving his hammer to Superman to go finish the fight against King Shazam. Look at that fucking cover, dude. Oh, I didn't get one for Absolute.
Way to go.
Damn it. Yes, I did. I'm gonna find it, and you're gonna be like, "Wait a minute."
So,
here you go.
He basically
He takes Shazam to the moon because his idea is, I gotta end this where I can't hurt any more people.
Right, I need you to listen. He's trying to convince him.
He needs to be focused because every time Shazam does shit to hurt people, he's running off to save them while trying to fight. You know what I mean? So he's like, I need to focus on this motherfucker. So they take the fight to the moon.
She's talking about it was a list of names people Superman checked in on from time to time, people all over the world.
Oh God, this is
so
good.
Places in the ocean that I picked up trash. I just tell me you have it. I have to know. He wants them to make sure that if he ends up dying on the moon, that all of the people and all the things he does are taken care of.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Lois Lane and what's her name? Talia al Ghul are fighting Hawkman and the mother or the father box, Henry Irons and the parasite creature. What does he say
he's
about
like,
him again?
"Hey, Clark, if you can hear me, I gotta find a way to feed
creepy dog of yours."
Yeah.
Bite.
Hawkman's looking up at him like,
Here is Sub-Zero. Now, Plane Zero.
So Black
Adam
Adam Teth makes his own armor, and they just basically kick the shit out of each other.
tear
And somehow
apart the moon.
Don't manage to break the moon.
They do,
and then
And he
while
welds
he's and
because they're literally punching each other through the moon.
Yes. Teth Adam is no more. I am Shazam.
Dude, how Superman beats him? Not by punching him. He taunts him just enough
to
get
say
him to
the
say it.
word.
That was so good.
Little kid.
Yeah, I'm Shazam, and because he knows, like, deep down,
Teth Adam is no more.
It's so smart because Clark remembers deep down, or Cal, whatever. He remembers deep down he's a kid, so he can taunt him and get that to come out. And like that was such a last ditch thing, but like, and then to the goodness of Superman immediately grabs him and takes him to Earth because he knows he can't breathe because he doesn't have this magic to protect him. So he goes back to Earth. Jimmy and Lois stop Talia. And then she never did go to the Daily Planet. Lois.
Okay, so no.
Yeah.
What happens is he's trying to take Teth Adam, the boy, to Earth, and the father box takes him instead.
With the father
and
box,
Jimmy Olsen shows up with the Omega Man, or as Omega Man, and shoots Talia.
Oh yes, and Lois when she takes Talia in, also Jimmy intentionally shot her in the shin so it wouldn't kill her.
And then she takes over what Superman was doing with her.
And reads to Talia every day. And I'm like, fuck yes. That is showing two things. That is showing Jimmy didn't want to kill her, and then it's showing Lois is going to redeem her. And even when Shazam was beating the fuck out of him, and he goes, I'm trying to help you. I don't want to hurt you.
Hawkman is on a bender out near Venus, and Superman, I haven't seen Superman since he welded the moon back together with his eyes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He welded it back together.
Thousands of light years away, where am I? I see damnation it is. It's the kid. And just know that however far from home you've taken me, it won't be far enough. I will find my way back to Earth, back to Superman, back to reclaim what belongs to Shazam. But when I return, it won't be as a savior. No, not this time. It will be as Superman's doom. And I'm gonna remove this for a second so I can show the audience.
You just gotta remove it.
That there's a giant pool full of fucking doomsdays.
Well, I think it's supposed to be parody, but yeah, it looks like doomsdays. Yeah.
No, it's doomsdays.
I thought
it's a race of
the
doomsday.
So he's definitely on Apocalypse.
Yeah. I don't know about that, maybe, but
I mean, Parademon or Doomsday was created.
The only reason is because Apocalypse is always, hey, look at these giant furnaces, and there are none. It does, plus there's like vegetation, there's none of that on. I'm thinking that Jason Aaron is like, hey, this is how I introduced Doomsday. Instead of the origin like the real comics, there's just a race of them. And they are the only thing capable. And like Ra's al Ghul being Superman's arch enemy, which is weird because he's Batman's.
Do you think it could be that King Shazam comes
King
back
Shazam becomes his...
No, not even I was going to say because he comes back with an army of Doomsdays.
Doomsday monsters. Yeah. So yeah, A.
I mean, all the books are A's. So no bad books this week for sure.
No. But we have to buy them and review them
so
you know what not to buy and review.
So far.
Wait, I don't know why you're reviewing.
That was the end of King Shazam, as we know. He will return. That was their post-credit.
Why am I still wearing this fucking cape?
Oh, mine fell off at some point.
Damn.
I don't remember when, but it did.
Don't remember where.
Absolute Superman number 22.
22.
So this time we start a whole new arc. And this is where Superman is trying to hunt down Brainiac.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's going to different labs in like Argentina and trying to trace back to him.
Yeah.
But he's like, I am here for Brainiac. This isn't Brainiac. And then what I love about this too, also they changed artists. So it's Jason Aaron, but the artist Rafa Sandoval did the last issue, and he's done most of the series. But this one is it is Juan Ferreira. I like him a lot.
Is he the one that took over during the Parasite?
Let's say, yeah, he's done a couple.
I like his stuff.
I like his especially his close-ups a lot. So Superman is describing the injuries he's getting, and he's saying that because it feels familiar. This pain, this burning, this sensation. It was like when he got shot by the kryptonite bullet.
Yes.
And then that's when he knocks off this mechanized person that he's fighting that isn't Brainiac.
Mechanized what?
Mechanized organism designed only for killing. But not this universe.
No.
But he goes, it's Chris Smith. The Peacemaker.
I thought you just couldn't pronounce Christmas.
It's Christopher Smith, the Peacemaker that shot him with the kryptonite bullet.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, Christopher Smith, the Peacemaker. Is that you? Do I need to replace your ears as well? I asked you a question. What is your name? It's a flashback. He hears it in his ear. And he goes, Metallo. My name is Metallo. And I'm like,
Is this one of those moments where you
Yeah,
stand up and
man.
just clap?
It's just they fucking he did it.
Did
First
it
of
again,
all,
man.
he already did it with Brainiac.
Yep.
And how Brainiac is introduced is crazy. But then we also forget he's murdered Lex Luthor's family.
Yeah, in front of him.
In front of him to create him. To create the Lex Luthor that I won't. But just you think about like, wow, I would never have thought, because I truly thought Christopher was dead. But to bring him back as a Metallo is such a crazy idea. I love it. Parasite, he did some really cool shit with him too. He's taken all of Superman's villains and found some really cool things to do with them consistently. And that's what all of these absolute books, these good ones, have been doing.
Yeah.
And
let's not forget
this whole fight is
two
amazing.
that I still won't read.
We got to talk about panel work. We talked about the Mark Spector book. Holy shit, this book. So this whole issue really is just Metallo fighting Superman in flashbacks. And the flashbacks are the torture that Brainiac put Christopher Smith to program him to believe that Christopher Smith is dead. I am Metallo. And every time he's saying that, Superman keeps going, you are Christopher Smith. I was at your funeral. I talked to your mother. He keeps saying these things, and he goes, I am Metallo. Like, there's a break.
Kicking his ass.
Yeah.
And he's enduring because he's made of kryptonite. That's Metallo's thing.
Kryptonite's blood is kryptonite. Yeah.
Metallo's
blood
Kryptonite's
is kryptonite.
blood is Metallo.
Kryptonite is kryptonite.
The snozberries taste like snot. But before we move on, really? Super Troopers 3, huh? Just run out of ideas
But
like
this
everybody
time,
else.
Farva's gonna marry that one guy's fucking sister. So we get flashbacks and back and forth. And the part that I was like, God damn, this book is crazy. But he starts to have a break. Your name is Christopher Smith. You're from San Antonio, Texas. When you were 8, your father walked into this where I was like, God damn. Because another thing that you talked about, tweaks. Augie Smith is always a piece of shit. A racist piece of shit. And how Jason Aaron does it. When you were 8, your father walked in a synagogue with a rifle. He left you sitting in the car. He never came back. He decided that night you wanted to be you decided that night that you wanted to be a peacemaker. And he's just saying, no, Metallo. And as he's saying this, he's punching him through the walls in the panels. But the part I want to get specifically, because how he gets his name. Oh my God. In other words, being shot, or like, you may have noticed a few changes. My synthetic kryptonite turned out to be rather stable. The bullet fragments in your cranium were absorbed into your bloodstream, having a rather unexpectedly spectacular effect. In other words, being shot in the head was the best thing that's ever happened to you. He says, who am I? In my youth, I had a pet. Well, a rolling head, to be honest. But he was like a pet to me. Okay, I called him Metallo. That's your name now. But you hear me? What's your name? I don't know. Your name is Metallo. And he just keeps doing that and tortures him. And then the part that I was like, this fucking book is when come on, get this out of here.
I thought you put that up there.
I did.
Shut the fuck up.
I'll do it. All right. You bitch. But it's this 2-page splash. It's a silhouette of these two punching each other, trying to punch each other. But in this silhouette is the panel left to right, and you're getting the whole story inside of that silhouette. I'm like, I fucking love it when a book takes advantage of the medium like this and gives you something only a comic book could do.
Yes.
Like, God damn, dude. You see shit like this and you're like, I would have never thought of this. This is amazing.
Yeah.
And I was like truly taken aback. Like, how the fuck did he do that? And then the big part was, damn, your mother, she died 3 weeks ago. I was with her. She thought I was you. She told me how much she loved me. She told me how much she loved me. how proud she was of the man I'd become. The last thing she heard was my voice telling her that her son loved her as he's getting choked. And that's what breaks him back.
How does this end again? I forgot.
So Brainiac pretty much gives up because he can't. Christopher has broken the conditioning.
Yeah.
And so Brainiac runs off, and it ends with him saying, Brainiac will run and hide, burn himself in another hole, but I will find him no matter what it takes. I don't give a damn who you are. You will not outrun the arms of Superman. And he hugs Metallo. When I got to that part, I'm like, dang, man.
No,
because on its face, it's the simplest thing. It is a book where they're just two dudes punching each other. But the most universal feeling of what breaks Christopher out of it is he hears about his mom. Who doesn't love their mother like that, you know? And like the fact that like what brought him back to his humanity was his mom, of course, that makes sense. But then, damn, I know it might feel heavy-handed with what Jason Aaron was trying to do to some people with what Superman's doing, but if you think this is heavy-handed, you might not know the character. But all I'm saying is like the fact that he hugs Metallo after what have we seen he's done for Lazarus and everything, Ra's al Ghul and all that. I still was like, damn, like that touched me. Where I was just like, where he says like, I don't care who you are, you can't outrun my like. I'm there. And like that last issue when she gave the list and she's like, oh my God, there's so many people.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, good job, Jason Aaron. A+. We went over 2 hours.
Yeah, I gotta be
blame
honest.
Green Lantern.
My batteries run out at 2 hours. So the last 6 minutes.
Robot?
No, but the last 6 minutes I've just been like,
wow. He's always rushing me.
Sorry. At 2 hours, I'm like, we've been talking for way too long. We're not going to talk about Jonathan Majors except for to say he's a piece of shit.
Oh, I'll say this: the failed actor, failed writer, failed anything entertainment,
failed creative,
failed entertainment to right
once tasted success,
failed artist to right wing grift pipeline needs to be
Dean Cain, Kevin Sorbo.
I was talking to my wife about this. You know what's
Richard
funny to
Dreyfuss, Gina Carano.
Like Ben Shapiro's whole thing with the Daily Wire was like, we're gonna get canceled actors to be in the movie. What was he canceled for, Ben? Beating his girlfriend, you thick-headed fuck.
Yeah. I do want to say this.
What?
This is clearly like a right-wing, MAGA type of,
Oh my God.
Right.
Dude.
Right. Which is mainly.
It was so much worse than I could imagine.
Yeah. But it's mainly white guys, right?
Yeah.
And your hero in your movie is a black guy?
This is fucking woke. Woke! Sound the alarms! The call is coming from inside the house!